Good morning, YouTube. Just coming at you with a quick one today. It's probably just going to be highlights mostly of my crap tier shooting, and then me talking about the Glock 47 and why I think you should get it. I know there's various other striker-fired guns that you can get nowadays, but the 47 for some reason to me has just been a pleasure, and I understand that I do have some aftermarket parts on this, but I'll just go through it quick and maybe you'll understand as to why I picked this over something like the Walther PDP. Just to go over what I have on it: the Glock Performance Trigger, CAG Works, no longer called CAG Works. Extended release, just because I ride high on the gun, Trigicon SRO and night sights, and then a forward controls plate, just because I like how precise they are with their milling and everything else. So, quick why. Price. You know, for me at least, I'm able to get something like this Blue Label, and then with the aftermarket additions, I mean, I'm probably spending the same amount on a PDP with accessories anyways. So if I did the same thing to a PDP, the difference might be within $100. And oh, forgot to mention I have the brass plug in here too, which I think you could probably find for a PDP. But yeah, I think in terms of price, they'll be similar. And the performance trigger, now that I can say that it's an OEM part, I just have more trust in this firearm than I would something like an M&P with aftermarket trigger. I'm forgetting. I think Apex is the big one that everyone goes towards. USPs here, just for comparison, both of them having some form of dual recoil spring, a longer slide and barrel. This is obviously double single, but you have your recoil spring that ends right about here and probably right about to here. And for some reason it makes this 45 shoot more like a 9mm and this 9mm shoot like, I don't know, definitely not a 22, but it's a lot softer than any other 9mm I have. And I think that's the main point of this video. Why 47? I think it just shoots softer than a 17. I think it's one of Glock's greatest lineups, or I should say greatest selections right now. I don't see the point in getting, I mean, they're discontinued, but a 17, I think this kind of takes over for a 19. Even with smaller hands, this gun fits pretty well in my hands. Obviously I leave like, what, a 1/4 inch of space at the bottom, but I'm still able to fill that gap, and I still shoot really well with full-size handgun. So I don't see the point in not getting one. I think you can't go wrong with getting the Glock nowadays, just because of how well known their name is. You know, if you do have problems, I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to remedy them. Even the aftermarket selection is just so well refined that you might be able to find an aftermarket part that's performing just as well, if not better, than OEM. But I think that's really all I'm going to go into for this video. I'll just mention I probably put around 2,500 rounds through this gun. I'm going to say that's a safe answer, mostly because I've done 5 USPSA matches, 4 of them with this, and I think I've used about 200, 250 per, and then I've definitely shot a minimum of 1,500 just in practice or recreational shooting, right? But that'll be all for the video in terms of speaking. At this point, I'm just going to add some clips from my recent competitions, use it as a crappy highlight reel, and you guys can critique me. But I hope you guys are doing good. I just wanted to get something like this out of the way, kind of explain why the 47, maybe why you should consider it. I don't think you can go wrong with picking another brand nowadays, but with how Glock has been rolling, I'm not entirely sure how they're going to make their Gen 6 in comparison to something like the Ruger RXM, but maybe if we throw enough money at them with the 47, they'll come up with something a little better than the patent I saw. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and if not, I hope it gets better. All right, enjoy.
Are you ready? Stand by. Rangers class 1746.
What? I love it. I don't even know if you might just been using this as an excuse, just laying it down.
Chris above.
You're playing.
Are you ready?
Long con.
Stand by.
Playing a long con.
Stand by.
Are you ready?
Driving, I'm packing up. You guys have to
Stand by.
Stand by.